When I was going through my divorce, credit's the last thing on my mind. Who's worried about their credit during the divorce? But then if you think about it, when my attorney recommended me to divorcecredit.com, it started to make sense. Because after a divorce, I need a place to live, I need a job, and I need a car. So I'm extremely happy, to say the least, that I was recommended to divorcecredit.com.
Here I am at the trying to buy a house with my husband. Who would have ever thought that his ex-wife showed up on my credit report? All the late payments that she had now affected my credit. Who would have ever thought that that would have happened? So I found divorcecredit.com, and I'm so happy that I found them because they were able to fix all of that, and she doesn't appear on my credit report anymore. I'm so thankful that I found them. They really helped me. Who would have ever thought there was a company out there that took care of things like this, took care of specifically for people who have their credit ruined by divorce, when it wasn't even my divorce? I'm so happy I found divorcecredit.com.
No, it was unbelievable. I mean, I had the best attorney ever, and they gave me great divorce advice. I would recommend them to my best friend. Unfortunately, like most attorneys, they just don't understand credit and the repercussions that some good divorce moves might have with credit. I was told to go ahead and stop paying on a leased automobile. The fear was that I would get stuck making that lease payment for my soon-to-be ex-wife even after the divorce. And if I stopped paying it, then the court wouldn't think I had the means to pay it. So in that respect, it probably was good advice. Unfortunately, when the divorce was over, I went to get a car, and it just was terrible because on my credit report it showed that I had an automobile repossessed. And what should have been a $239 a month payment now cost me $357 a month. I guess that's the price you pay for not having good credit advice, but good legal advice. All I can say is divorcecredit.com, thank you for taking care of things for me.
When I was going through my divorce, the last thing that I was thinking about was my credit. And in hindsight, it should have been the first thing I was thinking about. I had no idea how important my credit was until I went out and tried to get a cell phone and tried to get an apartment. And I didn't even know all the things that were on my credit report because they were in both of our names and he was supposed to pay. So that's when I realized how the divorce decree doesn't really hold water when it comes to these things. During my divorce, my ex shut off my cell phone. No big deal, right? Just go get another cell phone. So I went to the store to get another cell phone, and they wouldn't give me a cell phone because of my credit report. So in order for me to get one, I had to give them $1,000 in order to get a cell phone because my credit score was so low, and I had no idea that that was even taken into consideration when I was going to get a cell phone.
I'd like to thank divorcecredit.com for all that they've done for me. After my divorce, it was terrible. It was very hard obtaining credit. We had opinions from attorneys that we shouldn't pay bills that may be joint due to the fact that you wouldn't get credit for them at the end. And at the end of the day, the judges just looked at you and said, you got to pay it anyway. Even though the order was for her to pay, made no difference. It still affected my credit because they were joint accounts. At that point, I went to divorcecredit.com, and it was amazing the things that they were able to help achieve me with, the things that they removed from my credit to take responsibility and burden off of my shoulders, and to help me reestablish credit so that I could reestablish my good name. I now own a home. I drive a fancy car. I have the insurance at lowered rates. And I've got bank accounts again, as well as credit cards. So I'd like to thank divorcecredit.com for all their help. I appreciate it, and I surely recommend them to everybody out there.
After my divorce, my attorney informed me of divorcecredit.com, Went on the website, took a look, clicked on, they got back to me. Very nice, very helpful people. They used to say cash is king, but these days it's all about credit. And thanks to them, I'm able to get a new car. I'm back on the road. Financial freedom is turned around once again. It's a whole new world. I want to thank everybody.